Okay, so as I was explaining, here is a dart. So here I've got the front of a shirt, and you can see that there's a row of stitching. Well, it's a bit difficult to see in the camera, but you can see it illustrated because of these lines. So that's the line of the fabric, the print. And you can see something's happened here because the lines change. So in here, from here to here, there is a stitch line, which is called a dart. All right, just stop me if you've got any questions, and I'll go over it again. So that's the outside. So this is the right side of the garment. This is what the wrong side of the garment looks like. So again, it's a bit tricky to see, but if I bring that close enough, hopefully you can see a row of stitching that starts from here. It gets a little bit wider, and then it goes narrow again to there. All right, and the purpose of that is to make the waistline smaller than the bust line. So if you were to take a tape measure, I don't know whether you guys have tape measures in your kits. I don't think the Year 10s had a tape measure, but if you happen to have a tape measure, even a piece of string would work. If you were to get a piece of string and wrap that string around your bust and mark where they join, and then you were to get the same piece of string and put it around the waist, you will see that the waist is smaller than your bust, okay? So that is how we work out darts in a garment. So to illustrate this so that you guys understand and physically see it, I'm going to undo what we did the other day. I'm just going to take all these pins out, and we keep this fabric because this is what we're making our garments in later. Now in your packs, you would have received this cotton. It's called a calico. It's an unbleached cotton, and it's often used just for trials. And what we're going to do is we're going to wrap it around the body. So I'd suggest folding down a little bit, which will be the top of your chest area. Place our mannequin face down and pin it so that it sits quite firm and doesn't move. Okay, and then we're going to do the same roughly at the bottom. All right, so that just basically holds it secure. But you can see that this is all really baggy in here, right? You've got lots of excess fabric. What we're now going to do, just pull it straight down so that it fits snug. What you're going to do, and this will be a little bit tricky and it will be a little bit of practice, but you will pinch in the waist and put a few darts. Now obviously these are the wrong way round because you've got the excess on the outside of the fabric, but this is the way that we start. Okay, so can you see that I've started to pinch in the waist? Pins you've got are not strong enough. Okay, let me show the rest of this, and then I'll have a look at which pins you've got. I'll get you to turn your camera on. Okay, so we've done that on the front. We're going to do a similar thing on the back. Right, so with the back we might just have to put another pin to secure that. Okay, and then we're putting another dart at the back if you can. Now, the aim is to try and get everything really smooth. So you can see here that I've ended up with ouch, I just pinned myself. Okay, so to be able to get a really nice smooth front, I've ended up with a dart across the back going towards the front. Now with darts, there are really they don't necessarily have to be right and wrong. As long as you're getting a smooth shape, then that is what is important. So what I have done might be slightly different to what Vasa does or what Christine does. They might be slightly different. The important thing is that we're getting a difference between the bust line in terms of diameter on the bust and the waist. The waist is being pinched in. Okay? What I'd like you to do is do that exercise and then take a photo of it and send it to me.